What fire springs forth?
What bile does bubble?
The black moon swings, and the sky stirs trouble. My violent hands, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. We're at night.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Do you want to get weird at night? Then join us tonight. And every Tuesday and Saturday, 11:30, weirdandnight.com. Join.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick Galactic. I'm here with you. It's Weird at Night, and you're weird at night. We're weird at night. We're all together now. And I want to give it up to our brand new benefactor, Finecore, who have graciously agreed to help us enhance, as they have apparently, many cosmic communities. Finecore is, kind of moving in to help support us. And I don't see what could possibly go wrong. But you never know. But what I do know is that we're here together right now, and that is super cool. I have been plugging away on what we're gonna do tonight since probably the minute we all got off the chat last time. So this is the moment I look forward to more than any other. I am just making a very, very quick adjustment here. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so tonight we got a bunch happening, okay? We have Shady Eyes. We have Matt Jenkins, but doing something you haven't seen Matt Jenkins do before. We have Blazing Space. We have Mere Death, but not where they usually are and not doing what they usually do. One thing to note, this Saturday will be our 29th our 30th episode, rather. This is our 29th episode. I don't know what I'm talking about. Our 30th episode's coming up this Saturday, and I have a theme in mind. It's Dirty 30, baby. And so if you have something that you want to share on the show this Saturday, if there's a favorite moment that you want us to talk about, if there's anything relating to Dirty 30, whatever that means to you, send it to us, weirdatnight@gmail.com. You can hit us up in whispers on Twitch. You can send it to us. That's what you can do. Basically, that's what you can do. Or you can send it to us through Instagram. I mean, there's ways. Plenty of ways. No excuses. So, Dirty 30 this Saturday. We are going to have a ball. You may remember our 20th. It seems like it was just like 5 weeks ago. Because it was. But 5 weeks later, here we are. We're all grown up. We've changed so much. I'm really proud of us all. So let's dial in here for just a minute, because community. Now, Patrick Galactic Gives Into the Love kind of started off as a bit, almost in a way. I'm going to scoot my chair up here. There we go. It almost started off as a bit, right? Something kind of cheeky, right? A cheeky way to acknowledge real feelings. But by practicing the sincerity of doing it, I have actually become deeply sincere in doing it, and deeply sincere in myself in doing it. This has actually been enormously therapeutic and positive for me. But I'm a reflective person. And with the pandemic still kind of raging out of control with no signs of slowing, I've continued to dig in deeper to the person I am, the person I thought I was being, and who I want to be going forward. And that's not always pretty, right? But it's so easy to look at your past as some kind of hideous, embarrassing thing and some kind of reflection that you don't want to face and you don't want to be exposed to. At least it has been for me. And what I'm learning is that in being more accepting of myself and practicing some self-love, which at the age of 40, I am just learning how to do. By this acceptance of these things that I've been and these people that I've been and these words that I've said, I've been able to really kind of have more insight into who I actually am and not who I thought I was. And so I would encourage all of us to try to live in this moment as much as possible. And I know this moment sucks, and this moment seems like a thing we all want to escape. But when I practice self-acceptance with me, when I do that, it makes living in the moment a lot easier. It also makes it far easier to reckon with my wrongs and the things that I feel guilty about that I've done in the past, or the things that I wish could do better today. Instead of focusing on those things and accepting myself for who I am and what I want to be, and realizing that I can't be perfect, and realizing that I can't run around in circles 24 hours a day. I have to sleep, I have to eat, I have to think, right? It's put the normal that we were all living, in such a different perspective, doesn't it? It kind of makes you realize how really out of whack things are. Like, our lives were moving so fast and so rapidly all the time. Like, when did any of us have a moment for a clear thought? I feel far more creative now than I ever did then, right? I was a musician primarily until I started doing this stream, but here, where I don't have to, where I can be myself, this has become my passion. You have become my passion. This community is about learning how to grow, learning how to love. And I just want to tell you all and share this with you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for this gift that you give to me of letting me ramble at a camera, gliding in the cosmos with only Gizmo to guide me. Thank you all so much. This is such an amazing, amazing thing. And I'm so grateful to you all. And enough. So, moving on. We have T-Basa has continued to put out more strips of 100 to 46, which is a daily strip up until the day of the election, where hopefully Donald Trump gets thrown out on his ass. But here's the most recent 3 that I grabbed. These are all on Tim's Facebook, which you can, will be thrown into the chat, so you can look at that. But it's also in our Discord, and it has its own channel there, where you can check these out in full size. They're really beautiful if you look at the original, and the texture is kind of hard to read on the screen here. But go to our Discord. That is a site where creative, weird people are doing creative, weird things all hours of the day. There's no limit. It's not a Tuesday, Saturday thing like the show. We kind of interact on an ongoing basis. Sometimes people can start some trouble in there, but fun trouble, not disrespectful trouble. We will not put up with that shit. Do not pull that shit. Anyway, he will not put up with that. So, join the Discord. It is a blast. We have a great time there. And, we're still kind of getting in the flow of it too. So there's really no limit to where we can go. Also coming up tonight, we have a Nada Mucho film review, which we haven't had for a while. We have a new recommender, and that's pretty exciting. But I also want to give it up real quick to More Motion, who creates our backgrounds and makes this possible. These are free on YouTube. If you ever want to go get one, go get one. You can get a program that helps you download them. I'm not going to say any more about it, but make sure you go check it out. With all of that said and all my rambling done, we have a brand new Album Rex professional, and this may be our very best. Everybody, I want you to meet Griff.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Griff out here in these streets trying to sniff out some good music for everyone. And well, what do we got over here? Oh, a gem from 1979, Solid State Survivor by Yellow Magic Orchestra. This is synth pop pre-80s, so less doom and gloom and more suiting up in a mech to do battle in outer space. For the ultimate pump up in the morning, blast the song Raideen. Its beautiful synthesizers, drum sequencers, and digital recording are like Kraftwerk, but uniquely Japanese. Easily one of the forefathers to cyberpunk, their music also caught the interest of pop behemoths like Michael Jackson.
You suck!
Shut up! I can walk wherever I want! So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Michael Jackson made a version of their song, but sadly it wasn't released due to...
Taylor Swift
Hey!
album.
Shut up! Hold on, I got an idea. Yeah, this is gonna teach that jerk not to bark when I'm trying to talk. So anyway, check out Solid State Survivor by Yellow Magic Orchestra. Got him. All right. Let's get back to the serious business we have at hand here and sniff out some more Rex. And I got a great one right here. No Dream by Jeff Rosenstock. I've been listening to Jeff Rosenstock for the better part of a century in dog years, and every record he puts out has been a portent of the changes I've experienced growing up. This latest record came out in May, and even though it was recorded pre-pandemic, there's still a lot of prescient lyrical content. Like all of his records, you can hear lyrics that are incredibly personal, but also manage to explore common human experience. This record gets angry and sad, depressed, and hopeful. 13 tracks in, just over 40 minutes, it's a record that rewards you for a full listen, but has so many damn catchy singles, too. Someday I look forward to screaming the gang vocals to scram in a sweaty pit of people. I hope you'll be there, too. All right. I think we got it ready to wrap this thing up. You still with me? All right. I think I remember sniffing a good recommendation over here. Hold on. Let me go check this out.
Hey, I got a recommendation. It's 7 Years in the Mystic Room by Brick and Mortar. This duo from New Jersey play moody, mathy, bassy tunes with incredible drums and haunting vocals. This was the first EP that they put out. It's a great intro if you want to explore their whole catalog. Track 1, 20 Pounds, starts with a literal countdown that'll launch perfectly as a soundtrack to your next smoke sesh.
All right, man. Yeah, thanks. I'll check it out. Hey, thank you guys for taking me on this walk. I may be getting old, but I'm still a pup at heart. Make sure you check out those records and let me know what you think, alright? Peace, dogs.
Thank you, Griff, and thank you, Jerome, for letting Griff make that segment. Don't fuck around, guys. You know, or people. Griff has told you what to do, so do it. And you can hear what we do with Weird at Night Selects. It is a compilation of absolutely every album rec we've made in quite a long time, where you can go and listen to all of them in a playlist. There's over 800 songs on there now, and it's just continuing to grow. I will let you know that I did not remember to add these to the playlist. I will do that immediately after the show. But in the meantime, go give it a follow. Ash Maddie's dropping that into the chat. I want to thank Ash Maddie for taking over the link responsibilities. It's a very big job, and Ash Maddie has been absolutely courageous in accepting the responsibility. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I do want to say one thing about Weird at Night Selects and Spotify real quick. Recently, the CEO of Spotify was quoted at a conference talking about how artists have to work in the new economy. I'm just going to say right now, you can go read it for yourself, and we can all have different opinions about it. But this is what happens when you give data people art and tell them to make money with it. It becomes really, really ugly. And so, though I do not necessarily endorse the ethics of Spotify, and though I do not necessarily endorse the ethics of music streaming in general, because it's not very ethical in a lot of ways, we have a presence there because I know you all use it. But please be choiceful about how you support artists going forward, because we are in a very difficult scenario, and streaming is great, and it's great that you pay for the privilege to do it, but there's far, far more that artists require than streaming royalties, and that's about all anybody's getting right now. So if you can afford to go buy an album, especially an album by a Black or Indigenous artist, please do that, because it's enormously helpful. But you can always put Weird at Night Selects on Spotify as well. So we are actually going to do things a little out of order tonight. Matt Jenkins has something a little out of the box to share, and it's beautiful, and I wanted to put it at the top of the show. So let's give it a watch. This is a special presentation from Matt Jenkins. It's a video that he made with Afrocop off their debut, off their first track from their new album. Sorry, gotta catch up with my notes. The song is called Mermaids from their new album Moondust. And that's going to be in the chat as well. So give that a shot. Here we go. Matt Jenkins with Afrocop. Well, right. So thank you very much, Matt Jenkins, for sharing that work with us. Again, that track is called Mermaids. It's by Afrocop, and it's from their new album Moondust. This is always one of those amazing things when you have extremely talented friends who work together and create something truly amazing and glorious and beautiful. And Afrocop is always top notch, as is Matt Jenkins, as we've all come to understand. But I think somebody's feeling a little ignored right now. Okay, let's show them we were listening, okay? All right, thank you for indulging Gizmo. We have some bills to pay. Feeling suspiciously good? Try doom scrolling. New revolutionary mode of time travel. By staring into the abyss, it won't make you feel better, but it'll make you feel something. Also presented by People for the Ethical Treatment of the Extremely Wealthy. Patoo! We cage 'em, you pay 'em. Am I Too Poor to Live? A Fun Game by Built Madly. The mega hit of 2020. Answers are not always what you want. Dawn's Long Gone Lawns, longtime sponsor, longtime advocate, longtime hospital attendee. Dawn takes acid and plays with knives in the lawn because God is in the grass, man. We all know that. Use promo code 129-7777-77-999-125. Something will happen. $10 payable in acid. No talking. Keep the kids and pets inside. What I like to do is make myself a big fucking sandwich right after Dawn gets set up outside. And I try to eat the sandwich in the amount of time it takes before Dawn cuts himself, which I can never get it finished. But once he starts bleeding, you know it's prime time. So give Dawn a shot. Gizmo's a little overexcited here. All right, we all love Dawn Gizmo. Okay. And then what the fuck? A fine core company. Shitty's Pizza? The hospital is next door. Use promo code Why God Do We Suffer. Free depubing. Normally $4.99. Limit one per customer on the corner of 9th and Nocturnal Drive. Just past the memory of your first fully charged smartphone. Shitty's Pizza, a fine core company.
It's a not a Muto film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Is Taika Waititi one of the best, most recognizable outdoors in cinema today? With What We Do in Shadows and Hunt for the Wilder People giving way to the big-budgeted Thor Ragnarok, I would holler a resounding yes. And Jojo Rabbit is no exception. This complicated, funny film is Waititi's through and through, so much so that he inhabits every scene, even the scenes where he isn't prancing around with that silly little mustache. Because, yes, the director plays Hitler, and Waititi's Hitler lives in the mind of young Jojo, portrayed magnificently by newcomer Roman Griffin Davis. Jojo is what we can only hope most Nazi youth were like during the Third Reich, an indoctrinated mass of ignorance with no chance of knowing right from wrong. Slowly and tenderly, however, right and wrong invade Jojo's mind via his mother, played by Scarlett Johansson, and Captain Klenzendorf, a role in which Sam Rockwell shines. Though comedy is the dominant tone of this film, the inevitable darkness and drama of World War II encroach upon the heart of this coming-of-age masterpiece. A beautiful and suspenseful third act pulls us with all types of emotions, making for what is Taika Waititi's best film, and that is saying a lot. If What We Do in Shadows and Hunt for the Wilder People were both a B+, and his amazing ode to Jack Kirby Thor Ragnarok was an A-, then Jojo Rabbit is an A.
It's a not a Muto film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm TC Blackout. I just want to say I'm TC Blackout. Pleasure to meet you all. I've met you before. Welcome to the interruption of what you're just watching. I'm TC Blackout. Pleased to meet you. Hello, all you beautiful beings. I bet you were expecting Blazing Space right now, but you're getting a little TC Blackout. I'm about to share you a story for this Midnight Society. You can After Effects that, right? Like low into. So I've been rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I originally watched it with one of my besties. In the original viewing, I wanted to believe I was a waterbender. But in my most recent viewing, during a time where I had to expunge a lot of feelings, it was a good time for Avatar. But I've realized I'm actually a firebender.
This is the complaint department.
Hey, yeah. Well, I'm calling because somebody has been hijacking my segments. Yeah, I'm gonna need Austin. Austin, Danger, Powers. When? 10 minutes ago, bitch! My segment's already been abducted by this TC Blackout, bitch! Yes, time travel! Yes, contraception! Yes, bring condoms! Yes, I want a negative COVID test before they show up. Okay, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. America.
I'd like to respond by saying, Charlie, thanks for sharing your feelings. Please feel free to write anytime.
Hey, can you repeat being exactly who you are without being who you are? And it's like, no, I can't. Like, the things that I am like who I am. I don't know, I think I'm most comfortable when I don't know that I'm being anything.
Blazing Space recommends Aggravators, Reggae Stones.
Oh, hi, Gene. How you been?
Hello, Paul. I'm so glad you could come.
Oh, you can't keep me away.
So I wanted to tell you all the story of the stonecutter. So there's this man in the country, and he was a stonecutter. He worked by himself, and his backyard essentially was his quarry. And he's cutting stones and feeling pretty sorry for himself, and he's dreaming of being a more highly lofted official, somebody important, and he thinks, you know, these people who come and pick up my stones and go to the market and make money, those are the people with the real power. I wish I was them. And magically, he becomes one of them. And he's at the market and he's trading goods, and people are considering him, you know, a successful capitalist. But then all of a sudden, a group of armed guards comes into the city, and everybody gets on their knees. And he says, oh, wow, so that wasn't power, what I just had. This is power. That's who I wish I could be. And he becomes one of the guards. And they march and they rape and they pillage the lands, and he feels that strength. And one day they're out marching, and he almost falls off his horse because the sun is in his eyes, and it's a hot day, and it's just so glaring. And so he thinks, oh God, I'm just a man, down here warring with each other, but the real power in the universe is the sun. Even we can't compete with that. And bam, he's the sun, and he scorches the fields, and he bakes the deserts, and he chooses what parts of the farmland he wants to supplement and which parts he doesn't, and he feels that power. But one day, he's trying to bake a desert, and a cloud comes along and blocks him, and he thinks, oh my gosh, well, the clouds, they're really the ones with the power. Me, the mighty sun, I can't even, scorch this field and shine as I'm trying to do. I should be the cloud. That's the real power. So he becomes the clouds, and he rains, and he reforms, and he blocks the sun, and he works that part of the land, and he experiences the power of water until he realizes, I can't really control where I'm going. That feels like it's not up to me. That feels like there's another power doing that. Ooh, you know who has the real power here? It's the wind. The wind is what's pushing me around. The wind is what's dictating this whole game. So, bam, he becomes the wind, the almighty powerful wind, and it controls the weather currents of the whole planet, moving, changing things, and feeling that mighty power, and blows everywhere until he starts taking his wind power even closer to the earth, and suddenly hits a surface that he can't blow down, that won't change to his power. And it's a mountainside of solid stone. And he thinks, wow, even I, the mighty wind who could control all the weather patterns of the whole planet, even I can't move this rock. That must be where the real power is. So he becomes the stone, and he stands the test of time. He stands thousands of years, this powerful stone, slowly changing, evolving, absorbing minerals, alive but never seen as alive to the creatures who go by. This true everlasting power he has achieved. Until one day, he feels a pain in his side, a chipping away. Parts of him are falling off, and he's getting smaller and more divided, and he thinks, who could possibly have the power to defeat me? I'm the mighty stone. I've been the sun, I've been the wind, I've been the soldier, I've been the merchant, I've been the weather, I've been the clouds, I've been everything. Who could possibly be cutting me apart? And he looks down, and it's the stonecutter. And so once again, he becomes himself. You are what the whole universe is doing.
Oh yes, time for my stoutness exercise.
This is TC Blackout, And I'm here to let you know that I'm tired of Blazing Space's shit. Coming out here, recommending things, having a good time, putting positive energy out there. And you know what? I have positive energy to put out there. And I'm going to put it out there for you instead.
So when he thought in the most thoughtful way he could think.
I haven't thought of anything, have you?
Nobody, no man and no woman, is precisely what they think they are. Love is where you find it. And you don't know where it will carry you. And it is a terrifying thing, love. It is the only human possibility, but it's terrifying. And a man can fall in love with a man, a woman can fall in love with a woman. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's not in the province of the law. There's nothing you do with the church. And if you lie about that, you lie about everything.
Think.
I'm Private Shoe Detective Steve Germany. I've got more than a dozen days on the job and I've seen a lot. Nikes, Adidas, New Balance, even goddamn British Knights. Every shoe has a story. This is one of them. Pumas, the sock of athletic shoes. When one goes missing, it's almost impossible to chase down. But in this jungle, the only king is fear. Fear of a one-shoed jogger tripping into oncoming traffic. Fear of delaced shoes flying off unwitting feet and directly into the eyes of a baby llama. Tragedy is always on the menu when chaos is ordering. She darkened my doorway at approximately 12:07 p.m. Her figure was exotic and oddly familiar. She was mystifying, intoxicating, and even through the office door window, I could see she was shorter on her right side by just an inch, the telltale sign of one-shoedness. As I opened the door, my heart raced with anticipation. Maybe I've been out of the game too long, I thought. Maybe there's a Lady Germany out there. I opened the door like a constipated falcon, and in a flash, my heart went from a dead sprint to a wet fart. This wasn't my future love person staring at me. It was Mama Germany. As the Freudian implications of my previous thoughts beat the shit out of my mind, Mama Germany pushed me aside. She had one shoe, all right. From the looks of it, she wanted to plant it squarely in my brown place. Not again. Not again! She stepped through the door like a sandwich fire. Below her knees, where a shoe would have been, Mama Germany bore what would become our family's greatest shame. An uncovered foot. My mother was a devout Pumist, way back from the time I was a baby dick in training. We were a Puma family. Mama, me, my asshole brother Ryan. Family gatherings, Pumas. Weddings, Pumas. We had goddamn Puma boat shoes. Just try finding those on eBay, you monsters. You can't! Hers was a loss of our entire lineage. I asked where she last saw her other Puma shoe. She couldn't remember. I asked if she could remember taking them off last. No. I asked her the last time she'd left her senior community. 4 years ago. Which, upon reflection, made me feel a bit guilty for missing so many of her calls, emails, voicemails, letters, and court summons. But no time for that kind of Jack Jill jerking around. We had a Puma to track down. When we got to her place, I knew something right away. I wanted to leave right away. The familiar stench of death and candy corn inflamed my nostrils. I needed to get out of this grandma farm pronto. Mouthwash, the foot cream, god damn it, not again, not again! By the time I came to, Mama Germany was standing over me, both of her feet once again covered in the mark of Puma. How did you find it? I asked. She explained that when I peed my pants and when I passed out, that she had gone to look under the bed for the clown makeup she was going to decorate me with, when there, like a little jewel from the darkest depths, shone her missing Puma, like the beacon of unending hope and freedom it has always been. Mama helped me to my feet, dusted me off, and gave me a gross caramel to chew on. As she started back about her daily routine of slowly pacing through her house and crying out for my dead father, a calm washed over me. One more in the win column for Stevie Germany. My name is Steve Germany. I'm a dick, a private dick. I just find answers. I don't know why they exist, but there's always a victim, and those victims have stories. Be they Converse, Fila, Puma, or Reebok, I'm the one who tells them.
On your dreams, because when they're gone, you lose them forever. Love is not what it seems. It has to be hard to keep it together. In love, love was all that I could give. In love is all I could be. Up on your dreams, because when they're gone, you lose them forever. Love is not what it seems. It has to be hard to keep it together. In love was all that I could give. In love is all I could be. 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 Hey, what's up? I'm Jeff. Do you need legal services? Services that the legal system provides? I'm Jeff. I do that. I will make sure you aren't wrongly convicted of the right crimes. Do you got a boat? Do you know marine law? What about the law of nature? I'm Jeff. I do that. Speaking of nature, do you got a lawn? Does that lawn need to be cut and manicured to perfection? I'm Jeff. I do that. Are you tired? Do you need someone to put your kids to bed, hold you close, and sleep in your closet? I'm Jeff. I do that. These are just some of the things I do. I'm a professional. All right. Thank you, Jeff Professional. I'm going to turn off this reverb. All right. Thanks, Jeff Professional. Always handy to have around. His work is of debatable quality, but his willingness is never in question. Jeff Professional, what would we be without you? We would be less of a WAN. I'm so happy we shared this last 15 minutes together, and we're going to commemorate it the way we've been commemorating it because people have been participating in such large numbers that it feels like we need to do it. We're going to do some automatic writing. Now, if you're new to the show and you don't know what automatic writing is, I count down from 10, and as I do, you clear your mind. Once I say go, you start writing and essentially writing everything your unconscious mind can conjure. You are not allowed to censor. You're not allowed to go back and correct. Just write whatever comes out. When I say stop, we all hit return. And when we all hit return, everybody sees what everybody wrote. And then we read them, and then we move on. And it's a great way to unload our unconscious as we're trying to wind down, maybe. Some of us. I probably am not yet. But no matter what you're doing, it's a great way to try and chill a little bit. And you get to learn a lot about yourself and other people. So I'm going to start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, stop, hit return now. Wow, look at that light up. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I said, I'm here and here I go. It's breathing, but it's not necessary. It feels a lot like water. How do I explain what it is to pee oneself when in fact I have not? Why am I doing that? Not my best session, but whatevs. Okay, let's call it. It's Auna. I wish I was better at hockey. Blazing Space. Why, how, what, when questions. I guess I'm going with one word questions, kind of like that thing you do sometimes when you check our auto text function and see if it says I hate, and that would be troublesome, but it's usually Friday to me, love you, attack, hi, weird at night, protest tomorrow, that kind of thing. Does that tell us about ourselves? I don't know. I guess I just did that here, but from my brain. How can I be said to be expressing the unconscious mind when for these words to arrive here, they have to pass through the ego, losing all innocence and truth, clouds of ideas becoming rain, falling, turning to ice, immobile, cudgelfish. Live in the moment and don't try to steer. That's what I thought to maybe myself the first time I realized living through your phone at a show is fucking stupid. That's also how you connect. Connect with people who look you in the eye and tell you who they are. Believe what they tell you. That was Alex F&V. Mere Death. These are all different brush pressures on one brush stroke, and I feel that like my brain is computer with too many processes to manage and too many tabs open. And yeah, so that's the kind of vulnerability I see as second nature. And thanks, it's the pain and the time and the love. Anomic 84. Man, I'm really upset I signed that licensing deal. This guy is doing nothing, and every time I try to talk to him, he seems upset I even say anything. I kind of miss Monroe, even though most of my best friends became Trump supporters. I still wonder how that happened. Like, does the successful doomsday cult, aka Christianity? TC Blackout. So I spilled beer on my phone, which is in character, I admit. However, now the task of writing something profound. Darn it. Hello, all you beautiful beings. I'm TC Blackout, and I'd like to say, MD Jenkins. I was on a mountaintop when I saw an eagle of the color pink floating in space above a rain cloud pigeon saying, I love you, but please stop eating all the ice cubicle layers of laser dust. There's only a little bit left and the eagles are crying. Ogolo, sure. Graham T.I. The water on the table next to the left side of the bed, the side with the firm pillows, is just there for you to knock over when you have a nightmare. Then your sleepy footprints will take you all over the apartment, slipping you towards the door. Graham, I agree. Ash Matty, mishandled and mismanaged were the feet, tingling in red. Over the speckled rims, he looked down to confirm he was wearing socks. He wasn't. Tim Bazaraba, I could turn a faucet, and pretty soon I had my arm back again. Now I can't feel a damn thing in it, all numb. I'm afraid to cut it, you know? I'm Jerome. Hey y'all, love everyone's writing. I'm going to jump over to my channel to get music going. Sad jams only tonight. Come let it all out. Okay. So we're going to end with a bit tonight. Thank you one and all for contributing to the automatic writing. That's always a fun thing to do. It's always so cool that we share that with each other. We're going to end on a bit tonight, but before we do, I want to let you all know that we cannot raid Jerome's channel right now because he doesn't have enough followers. So what we need you to do is go follow him so that we can make this a lot easier in the future. But Ash Matty's throwing a link in there right now. What we need to do is go follow Jerome's channel. But after the show, immediately after, Jerome's going to be queuing up some cool music for us to all listen to and kind of chill out to in the Discord or while you're winding down. I listened after the last show. It was super, super cool. So let's help Jerome get where he needs to go on follower count. And then let's make this easier. But for now, go check out his channel afterwards. We're going to close tonight with two people that we haven't seen yet, Mere Death and Shady Eyes.
Hi, it's Mere Death, and this is something like a weather report. We certainly have a forecast. Look, it's no secret, friends, that I've tried to leave a lot. I got very close that one time in 2016, but I'm here. And I get to bask in the love and joy and punk as fuck resistance to being told that I am not enough. And I hope you feel that too. That you are more than enough, perfectly imperfect in every way. But how'd you do that, Meredith? Buddy pal? How in the world did you go from a suicide case to all this? It was all the friends I met along the way. And not just the people friends, the lesson friends. My forecast is this. If we hold each other fiercely and fully in our hearts with a revolutionary fire, radical acceptance and joy, kindness and honesty, and not the kind of niceness that glosses over hurt. And we learn and we teach each other things. We stay here together. If we do all of that, we have a chance to do better than our predecessors, to break the ancestral trauma, to break the white supremacist trauma. In my case, the cis heteronormativity in others, the broken, becoming whole because of the lessons and gifts we give each each other. So I will give you a gift as a parting remark. Tonight, as you hear this lullaby by Shady Eyes, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and rest. It's called square breathing, sweaty. Try it with me as we drift to this sweet, sweet bardic song. Good night.
A little, incantation lullaby for all y'all out there. All credit to Ashiel Jackson. You spotted snakes with double tongues, horny hedgehogs be not seen, newt nor blind worm do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Creeping spider, come not here. Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence. Beetle black, approach not here. Worm nor snail, do no offense. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Let no harm, nor spell, nor charm come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby. So good night with lullaby. As good as any in a series of songs for the heart. On assignment, Shady Eyes, back to the tub.
Two, 1, 2, 3.